Most operators learn the method, ship their first build, and then stall. Not because the build broke, because they chose cool over profitable. They built something that impressed a friend instead of something that pays. And until you can tell those two apart on site, you'll keep pouring real work into builds that were never going to return a dime. So, let me make you a promise for the next few minutes. By the end of this, you'll be able to look at any AI build, yours, a client's, an idea in your head, and tell whether it's going to pay or whether it just looks cool. That's the whole skill this course turns into income, and it starts right here. Here's the founder's framing, the line the rest of this is built on. AI is exceptionally powerful if you find the leverage points, and you insert the human at those leverage points, and you take the time and do the work. Then AI becomes an extension of you, 10 timesing your ability and your throughput in a relatively mechanical and accurate way. If you don't do the work at the leverage points, it doesn't. Sit with the last line, because that's the one nobody says. The leverage points are where profitable builds live, where the value actually is. The cool builds, the demos, the AI experiments, the project that impressed your friend, usually aren't there. They skip the work, so they skip the return. And notice what just changed under your feet. Money used to be the gatekeeper. You needed a team and a budget to build something real. So most ideas died on the whiteboard. That wall came down. You can build almost anything now, which means being able to build it is no longer the rare part. The rare part is judgment, knowing which build is worth building. The door is open to you. What separates people now isn't access, it's execution. And execution is exactly what we teach. And let me be precise about that word, because it points at something most people miss. Leverage actually runs two ways. The first is the one this module is about, the spot in the business where the value is, the build that's worth building. The second is the work you put in to make that build real. Because here's the truth about AI. It does a tremendous amount, but it is not set it and forget it. There is no autopilot. You still write the spec in detail so it's accurate. You still review the plan before it runs. You still give it feedback and steer. That work, the spec, the review, the steering, is the human inserted exactly where it counts. And it's what turns the right build into a build that actually pays. So you do both. You find the leverage point, and then you do the real work at it. Skip either half, and the return doesn't come. That's the whole of that last line. If you don't do the work, it doesn't. So let's name what profitable actually means. There are 3 categories of AI build that genuinely pay, and almost every real one is one of these. 1, time-saving automation, a process in your business that takes you or your team 3 hours a week, replaced by an AI workflow that runs in 5 minutes. The math is simple and it's honest. Multiply the hours you save by what that time costs. That's the return. Internal automations, content production at scale, data to decision flows, they all live here. 2, leverage multiplying tools, an internal tool that makes work you already do measurably faster. The script writer that turns 3 days of writing into 1. The brief generator that turns a vague client request into a structured spec. The dashboard that surfaces a decision that used to take a meeting. Not replacing the human, multiplying what one human can get done in a day. 3, customer-facing products, a feature, a tool, a small product that adds revenue, a premium tier with an AI assistant inside it, a new module that does one specific job your customers will pay for. These are the ones that move the top line number, the one your business actually runs on. Each category has its own return math. Each has its own way of being scoped. Each has its own pricing or measurement frame. This module walks all 3, but notice the thread running through every one of them. A human's time saved, a human's work multiplied, or a customer paying. There's always a leverage point. That's not a coincidence. That's the rule, which makes the opposite easy to spot. So let me show you what isn't a profitable build, because this is where most of the wasted months go. An AI chatbot on your homepage that nobody uses. It's cool. It produces no revenue and it saves no time. Don't build it. A demo with no plan to ship. You learned the method, you built a demo to prove to yourself it works, and that's a good thing to do. But a demo is a mock-up. It's not the same as a build that pays, and it's a quiet trap to keep polishing one because it feels like progress. An experiment that doesn't connect to a real workflow. A clever AI use case that doesn't plug into anyone's actual work, decisions, or revenue. It's interesting. It's not profitable. See the pattern across all three? No leverage point. Nobody's time is being saved at a rate you can measure. Nobody's work is being multiplied. No customer is paying for it. It's effort with nothing on the other end of it. So here's your test. The one thing to take from this lesson. Before you build anything, name where the leverage is. Whose time does this save and how much? Whose work does it multiply? Who pays for it? If you can point at the answer, you might have a profitable build. If you can't point to where the value is, it won't pay. Be honest with yourself at that question, and you'll save yourself months. That's the test. That's the mindset. Now the rest of this module makes it real. Next, we go find the leverage points, wherein a business and AI build actually compounds the patterns that show up again and again. Then, how to scope a profitable build so it ships instead of sprawling. Then, how to price the work if you're building for clients, or measure the return if you're building inside your own business. And then you choose your path, building for other people as a consultant, or building inside your own business. And the course splits to follow you down the one you pick. By the end, you won't just know the method. You'll know how to point it at the builds that pay. That's real ROI. And it's the difference between a skill you have and an income you build. If you want to see what this looks like at full size, it's not theory for me. These same methods build real software. Go look at ScaleBoss, a production business operating system. Live right now, real companies running on it. And I'm building RevaStack in public on top of the same approach. Same test, same question, where's the return? Just bigger. Go look when you want proof the wall really came down. For now, start with the leverage points. That's where the value compounds, that's where the profitable builds are hiding, and it's exactly where we're headed. I'll see you in the next one.